Okay. Wait, we always start with the awkward laugh. That's the intro. That's the intro right there. Is the awkward laugh. All right, hey y'all, let's get started. We are here, Tea and Tequila with Shanequa and
Denia.
That's right, your two favorite besties. So I have my tea, and once again, this girl ain't. It's hot.
It's hot. My tequila.
It's hot.
But I'm gonna keep it spicy.
Hey, she gonna be all the alcohol you need right now. Yes, but I'm gonna drink my tea though. Hey, they are giving though.
I ain't never been thick.
Girl, shut up. She always thick. Don't let her fool y'all.
Hold on.
Okay. Hey, you gonna do that challenge? Hey, I don't know if I can do it because I really ain't got the hips like you do.
She
got the hips.
I really don't have the hips, y'all.
I really look. See, I ain't got it.
I ain't got nothing either. But
yes,
I
she
like
do.
to act like I do.
I ain't got it. But she got it though. Don't let her fool y'all. Please don't let her fool y'all.
Listen, this is my bestie. Hyping me up. She got the booty.
I'm hyping her up. I'm hyping her up, but she know I'll be telling the truth. I do not lie.
She got the booty then. I ain't got.
And you know what?
Wait.
Where?
Y'all see when she got up.
Where is it? Where is it? Tell me where, please. I was gonna find it.
But I got the hips though.
She got the hips.
Ain't no hips.
She got the hips. Yes. She got it. I don't know. Why she letting? Don't let her lie to y'all. Please don't. Okay. So today's topic, of course, Denia does not get to know our topic. So today's topic, let me see. I'm just gonna see who's on here. Hey, everybody. All right. So she does not get to know the topic. Today's topic is I lost my mind.
Okay, that sounds deep.
It is deep. You know I like to bring humor into everything though. So I'm going to bring the humor into this topic. But it is a very serious, a very deep, it's a very emotional topic for me. And this is not a side that even she gets to see a lot of. Like the emotional side of me is not, it's just not something people get to see.
Yeah.
Like it's really not. So yeah, so this gonna be interesting. Okay, so we have like several different subtopics, but the main one is I lost my mind. Okay, so we can start with you, and you can just tell me a time when you lost your mind.
Okay. There's several times.
Yeah, I know there's several, and we're gonna get into that. But let's just bring up the one that comes to mind.
Okay. So I remember dating this guy. Sorry, y'all. My mama is about to come in. Quiet. Thank you. Okay. So I remember dating this guy and us breaking up, and he was living with me, and I was like, it's okay, it's fine, you can stay with me until you get your stuff together. I'm not gonna just kick you out and you have nowhere to go. He wasn't from here, he was from Louisiana. And so I'm calling myself being respectful. I think we like rotated the bedroom. Like I slept on the couch one day, he slept in the bedroom, we rotated back and forth. So I'm trying to be very reasonable with this guy.
Right, okay.
Even though he was mooching off of me and I knew it, and I'm just happy to be getting out of this situation.
Right, yeah.
So I remember it's my turn to switch and come to the room, and he's purposely, in the morning we would just switch out or whatever. He purposely was standing by the window, looked me in my eye, like while he on the phone, and is talking to this girl, and is like, oh, relationship? What relationship? I ain't never been in that, shorty. And I'm like,
oh my God.
And I snapped.
Not that you snapped.
I snapped.
And it's so rare for her to like snap. So I just, so this is, I don't even know this story. Like,
I snapped.
Okay.
I said, oh, this is before Soulja Boy too. I was like, you ain't never been in a relationship. Oh, that's nice. I grabbed all his shoes. I cut the tongues off of one of each of his Jordans.
Oh my!
Just one, not both, but just one. And I
That's
don't
all
believe in
you
touching
need.
people's properties. I don't believe in touching people's property. But he had me all the way messed up.
Oh my God!
Then I took the bleach, and I'm like, he said he not in a relationship. Oh, you won't need these then? What you got to look good for? So then I bleached his whole clean clothes basket because.
And it's crazy because she's not the. I promise she's not this type at all. So this is just blowing my mind. Oh my my god.
I am not. So
You
he's sitting there like,
lost your shit.
I did.
Hey,
I did.
She lost her shit for real, y'all.
And then I said, "You remember that movie? I don't have no cigarettes, but I do got fired." He ran to his car so freaking fast.
Oh my god, you traumatized this man.
I did.
That's good
he
though.
Traumatized me first.
That right, and that's good though. That's a good thing that you traumatized him because hey, the next one he probably won't try that shit. He gonna know better. Exactly. Hey, thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Cause hey, right, hey, thank you.
Yeah,
Right, exactly. Okay, so well, I guess since we started off with the relationship one, then we can go ahead because that was like one of the little topic. Okay, so one of the relationship times that I lost my mind. Okay, so you know I got so many. Like I'm like the relationship person, so I'm always in relationships. I've never.
I know she's about to be crazy.
Right, so I'm definitely crazy. So I'm really trying to think. I want to give y'all a good one, but I have so many. Oh, do I want to do that one? Because that one, God.
Do it, because if it pops up,
I don't know. It did pop up. It kind of traumatized.
Do it.
Okay. But I didn't lose my mind in that one. He lost his mind in that one.
Wait. Okay, then say that one.
No, because he didn't. I didn't lose my mind. No, he lost his mind. Okay, so
what's one else? Yeah, because I want to know that one afterwards. For how do you deal with someone
who loses their mind? Ooh, I love
that.
Okay, yeah. So we can save that too. Okay. So
we moms, y'all.
Right. Okay, so when I lost my mind in a relationship, you know what? I mean, I guess. Okay, so you know when they say that a woman is done mentally, like she's already mentally checked out before the relationship ends. Way before the relationship actually ends. Okay, so I was never really checked into this particular relationship. It was more of like a business arrangement. So yeah, it's not spicy at all. No, it was horrible actually, but it was more of a business arrangement or whatever. And so, and this person was just very, oh my God, stressed me out so bad. And he was just very inconsiderate, just, oh my gosh. And we had been together for a while, and then I found out.
Wait, I thought it was a business. Okay.
It was a business arrangement, but we were together.
Okay. Oh, ooh.
So we had been together.
So it was spicy, but just not in the way I was thinking.
Yeah, no, it wasn't in the way that exactly. Like so. Then
Ooh, so many scenarios.
Right. Okay, I know. I'm like really trying to. Okay. So. I'm not even gonna give y'all that one. I'm not gonna give y'all that one. No, I'm not.
How's she gonna leave us hanging like that?
It's so many like things that I can't say. So no, I'm not gonna give y'all the one. I'm gonna give y'all a good one though. Okay. So this was back when I was in high school, and I was dating this guy, and I instantly like fell in love with this guy, right? And I told him, I was just like, I'm gonna make you fall in love with me within 3 days. And I did, supposedly, whatever. You know, back then it was like that teenage love and stuff like that. But I mean, he said he was in love and stuff like that, whatever. Anyways, so like we were just like the perfect little couple and stuff like that, you know, back then. And we were together a couple months, and you know, I'm just like crazy sprung off this dude. And it's so funny because like he was like a big guy, and like he was super popular, of course, because of course I'm a really popular guy, and everybody knew him like all around that town.
I know.
And, no, you don't.
I don't know.
No, you don't. Girl, no, you don't know who this is. Okay, so then, and like everybody knew him and stuff, and then, so like literally, even when we broke up, no one would go near me. No one was like, oh no, you his girl? Oh no, you was his girl? Oh no. They would literally not go near me. It was so annoying. If you don't know, I'm telling you, you don't know. Okay, so we're together, and I'm like sprung and stuff like that, right? And back then, I had went to the doctor, and because like my stomach was hurting really bad, and it turns out that I had messed up ovaries, and so I couldn't get pregnant. And he wanted a kid so bad, even though we were only 17 and in high school. He wanted a kid so bad. He was like, I have to have a little girl, and he wanted one like soon. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not having a kid right now. That's ridiculous. But I'm like, we haven't even went to prom yet. And so then when I told him, I didn't want to tell him because I was scared to let him know, like, hey, like my ovaries are messed up. The doctor said I may not be able to have kids because I was afraid he would leave me.
He
And
dark skin or light skin?
he chocolate. He chocolate. So
he
he straight up told me, I can't be with you.
Ooh.
He straight up told me. And then so then we became best friends after that because I just wanted him in my life. Yeah, I know. That's that sad little. This is the start where I had lost my mind. This isn't the start because I had already lost my mind because I was so sprung off him, right? But then it continued because I told myself, if I'm just around him as a best friend, guess what though? He's gonna fall back in love with me or whatever, or he's not even out of love with me. But I'm gonna get him back. I'm gonna get him back, right? And so that was my mentality. And so we're best friends and things are cool, except now that we're best friends, we can talk about anything, right? He, my friend. Yeah, he's single now. He fucked my friend, and he's sitting there telling me about it, and I was crying, but he didn't see me.
Did you put baloney on his car?
He did not see me cry, and I'm sitting there crying, and he did not see me cry, and I was so hurt. But I'm his best friend, so I'm gonna smile, be like, that's crazy, that's wild, whatever, right? So then, a couple months later, he tells me he's got a girlfriend, so we can't hang out as much and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, wow, that was kind of fast, but whatever, So then tell me about a couple months later, he shows up at prom with his girlfriend who is pregnant.
Oh, no,
he shows up, and so I after the prom, they had an after prom party. It was a lock-in at this really awesome, fun place or whatever. And we were supposed to go straight there or whatever, right? I didn't smoke weed. Like, I was literally anti-weed and shit back then. And I went and found his best friend. And we smoked together. And then we...
but that ain't like losing your mind.
I literally lost.
Returning energy.
I'm telling you, literally, I lost my mind. Like, I went so crazy. Like, I was so depressed. Oh my God. I was like so depressed, and it was really sad. Like, it was so sad. And then he ended up trying to fuck my best friend, and she turned him down. So then he fucked my other friend.
So this is how you gonna get payback on somebody who's getting payback on you?
I didn't even get payback on him though. I was getting payback, but he wasn't even aware. He didn't even know that I was.
So he was just trifling.
He was just trifling. Turns out he was just trifling. Yeah, he was just trifling. But yeah, so like I literally like lost my mind at that moment because I was so in love with this, or so I sprung off this man, whatever you want to call it. I know what love is now, so that was not love. That was just being sprung or whatever, right? And it was so crazy because even his mom told me he'll never be with you. Like, you're not the woman that he's gonna end up with. You're not the type of woman he ever even dates.
And your mama
even your mama told me. Even your mama told me to stay away from your age.
I'm not crazy.
Like, bruh.
But him and his mama could have gotten it. I'm just saying.
No, his mama was a sweetheart. She was trying to protect me.
Oh, she was saying it in a nice way?
She was saying it in a nice way.
I thought she was trying to be petty.
No, she was really trying to tell me, like, bro, like, my son's not gonna be with you. Like,
okay.
She's like, literally, my son is using you. Like, literally, my son is using you. Yeah, it was crazy. The shit was wild. Okay, so now that we done talked about relationships, losing your mind, right? Okay, so let's talk about parenting. Losing your mind. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, so let's go ahead. You can go first since I just got done talking.
I pride myself on being a good mom, right?
Yeah, she is. She's amazing.
Trying to do the whole gentle parenting thing, trying to be inclusive, but trying not to impose, my growing up traumas on them.
Right.
But we all human,
Yep. So it's gonna happen.
So not even too long ago, I want to say last month around this time was my daughter's birthday. And we had a great birthday. We spoiled her on her birthday. It was a long day. I was tired. I stayed up all night getting stuff ready. Then, woke up early, of course, getting her ready, making sure her day was great. But our air conditioning in our house and in our car had just went out a little bit before her birthday. And so I had bought some window units, and I didn't know how to put them in. And I was sitting there trying to figure out how to put it in, but I kept getting calls, and I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, I remember. I was on the phone with her.
Oh, it was so bad.
It was so bad, but
it was so bad. And like,
she felt horrible.
I felt horrible,
Like,
y'all.
it was her birthday. Oh my God.
Yes, and my dad always like got onto me or something happened where he would make me cry on my birthday. And so I never want to be that parent. So
yeah. So that's, oh my God, that's such trauma, right?
Yeah, it was so bad. Like,
God.
I'm on the phone, I'm trying to figure this out, I'm frustrated with this, and they know, like, you know, a kid should not talk to an adult. Like, mommy also takes business calls, so you never know if I'm on the phone for business or what I'm doing.
Right.
So, if I'm on the phone, if it's not an emergency, wait till I get off the phone, and then, you know, let me know what you said. But we all know kids have everything to say when you're on the phone. And so, you know, after missing, I will answer a call, then somebody else will be calling me. So then after I get off the phone with that person, I have to return that call. But all the while, I'm trying to get this air conditioning unit fixed. So it was all little stuff too. Mommy, watch me do this. This is my new dance move. Yeah. Like stuff like that. And so I'm like, it's really not important.
No.
Mommy, can I have some chips? And I'm like, yeah, you can get some chips. Then the next one can I have some chips too? You know, if one can get it, all can get it.
Right.
So what, you know, and so the very last one, the birthday girl, it was her like second or third time doing it. It's like, Mommy, and I'm like, what? Do you what? I told you not to talk to me when I'm on the phone. Then I like realized.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And she turns around, she's like, just like walks out crying. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, let me get off the phone. I just yelled at my baby.
Yeah.
Let me fix it.
Yeah.
I get off the phone with them. I have to, of course, let them know, like, you know, you're not supposed to do it, but like, still being a little angry. And I'm like, I do not whip my kids, y'all. I don't whip them, but I threaten them. I threaten to whip them. And so I'm like, in the middle of yelling, I did say, like, if anyone interrupts me while I'm on the phone again, I'm going to beat the black off of you. Mm-hmm. And so then I had to, like, bring them back. I'm like, how did you feel about that? Like, but what did I say? And they don't get whooping, so my oldest is like, you said if we do it again, you're going to beat us.
Like, that's all they heard. That's all they heard. Like, you didn't the rest of that. You didn't hear the rest of that. There was more to it than that. But okay, you know? Yeah, right.
And so I had to just like recover myself.
Yeah.
And forgive myself.
Yeah.
Because I literally got out of character.
Yeah.
In that moment, and I think I had just started my period too. So like,
it was just it was just a whole combination. Yeah.
Yes, of things.
Yes.
But I snapped.
Yes. Okay. So I snapped. Like literally yesterday.
It happened. It's okay.
So things have been so stressful for me lately. So freaking stressful for both of us. But you know, we haven't really talked much because we've just both had so much going on. And so like here recently I it's just been crazy. And so like one of my family members was like really getting on my nerves. And then what happened? Oh, I was trying to get this car situation figured out, and my house still, I just moved, so my house still isn't in order, and it's been like 2 to 3 weeks now, and so my house still isn't in order, and that's just driving me crazy. And then there's like this giant ass spider like this big loose in our house somewhere, because every single time that we're about to kill it, every single time that we find it and we're about to kill it, it like takes off. It takes off so fast. Like this is the fastest spider I've ever seen in my life. And so I'm kind of traumatized. Like we can't find the spider. So I'm literally
and no
just
man
like,
in the household. Let's clarify that. There's nobody to save you.
Right. And so I'm just terrified. Like, and then so already there, I just had like a really stressful day yesterday. And so my kids, they weren't really listening. Like I got them from school and stuff like that. They weren't really listening that well. And we've had a couple of issues. You know, school just started and stuff like that. And so I'm really big on you're gonna be respectful, especially to your teacher. You're gonna listen to your teacher and stuff like that. You know, but also I do gentle parenting. I try not to whoop them. It's very rare that I whoop them as well. But yeah, and so like they just were not listening. I kept having to tell them things multiple times and stuff like that. And then it just so happened that I had to tell them something multiple times right in front of 2 older men. And so you know with that, they mentality is already like
your kids talk to you like that.
Right. Exactly, right. And so like for them, and then my daughter said something crazy to one of them. And I waited till we got into the car, and then I went smooth off. I went smooth off, and my oldest was sitting there just crying, just bawling or whatever. So I waited, and I'm just sitting there driving. And I just blast the music, and I'm trying to like calm down. I'm like, okay, that was a bit much. Okay, blah blah, whatever. So then when we stop the car, and then I get out, and I'm trying to hug him or whatever. My little one will hug me, my big one won't or whatever. She's just hurt, she's just mad and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm sitting there talking to them. I was like, do you guys understand why I did that? Like, no, it's not okay, but do you guys understand why I did that? Like, that, like, I'm stressed already. Things are going on in mommy's life that you guys don't even know about, and you have to be considerate of that. And also, you guys are not listening, and that does not help or whatever. And so we're sitting there having this conversation. I apologize to them, blah, blah, whatever. And so, yeah, yesterday I lost my mind.
But that does not make you a
Whew,
bad
no,
mom.
I forgave
that makes
myself.
You a normal mom.
Normal mom. We all do it, please. Y'all, I know y'all do it too. Don't sit there and lie. Don't do it.
If you say you don't.
Right. You a damn
I have
lie.
a master's in psychology.
You a damn lie. You a damn lie. Right. Okay, so let's move on. And yes, we both forgive ourselves, and we're good.
Oh, our kids love us.
Our
I can tell you, her
love
kids
us.
love her.
Yes.
I can tell you all the time. They tell me I'm the best mommy ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, y'all the best little knuckleheads ever.
Yeah, right. Our kids are pretty dope. They are. Okay. So, I know. Okay. So like, let's talk about, and we can talk about pre-spa, but let's talk about a work moment when you lost your mind.
I was a nurse, y'all, especially during
yeah, exactly.
COVID.
So I know she got a lot.
nurse.
I know
nurse
she got a lot. Right. I know she got a lot. Okay. So you
had to
know.
go off on some Beckys. No offense. I'm not calling them. All right, okay, we're gonna call them
Karens.
Because
Karen,
Becky
right.
make it sound away.
But okay,
we're gonna call them Karens. I had to go off on some Karens.
Go off on some Karens. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Let's spill this tea.
So I remember being pregnant and being in the ER. It's the ER nurse, and I'm very mild mannered. So it takes a lot to get me anywhere because I'm already thinking in my head that I gotta be professional. How am I gonna look to people? Because you have a brand, you gotta adhere to that brand. And I know I'm from the hood, so I know I can go left real fast.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
It's still in you.
You know what I mean?
Right. It's still in you.
It's
right.
still in me. Don't go. You take the girl out the hood. But
The hood don't come out that girl. It don't. And don't.
And no.
And don't.
So I had a miscarriage prior to this, being pregnant at work. And so this time around I had started bleeding. And I'm already thinking you can't stop a miscarriage,
Right.
If it happens, it happens. So, we're short staffed. We didn't know that we had slowly been seeing like rises in flu for a while. So you never know what that could have been. That could have been COVID.
Right.
We could have never known.
Right.
And so it's just, we're understaffed. They needed me. I'm coming. I'm a work. I'm not gonna call in because a couple other people had already called in, but I'm bleeding and I made that known. And so we're gonna give you light duty people or whatever. And so this particular charge nurse, I had talked to about my issues with fertility and maintaining pregnancies, and she had the same issues. So we kind of bonded over that, and we were friends. So I'm going into the room, and I remember like there was this little boy, and this little boy loved me so much as his nurse. Like I could do everything. He was like 1 year old, and he would just laugh. I could look at him, he would giggle, and he would want to come to me, and I'm like, oh, this baby loves me. And so I love kids. I loved him. And so I like walk out the room. I'm like, babies make you joyous and happy. And so I'm smiling and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, I better not be having a girl, because this little boy was just all over me. And I maintain the situation. So yes, I'm worried about losing my baby, but I still think on the positive side. And she's typing her stuff, and she's like, you should just be glad you're having one. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm bleeding right now, but okay. And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna just let that go. I'm gonna let that slide. I'm not gonna say anything. The end of the night come, and we have to like get our trash, our linens and stuff, and put them up. And I put my linens out, but I'm on light duty, right? So the bigger linens you don't have to pick up.
Right.
So I'm saving them for last or whatever so that I can get help from my tech. And the tech, I guess, is busy at the time. So she comes and she does it, and she's and rolling her eyes and stuff, but making it known where I can see her. So then, like, a little bit passed by, and I had this nurse. This nurse and I were very close. She's very real. And she was like, girl, I need to tell you something. Don't pay no attention to them. They all fake. They was talking about you yesterday and talking about how you faking your pregnancy.
Wow.
Talking about how this patient, a certain patient called in saying you told them to give their baby anti-cough medicine, like anti-cough suppressant or cough suppressant. And I'm like, no, I would never tell anybody that, because first of all, I'm a OU nurse. We can talk very well. And I'm like, you want your baby to cough because you want them to get the mucus out, and that stops them from getting pneumonia. So if anybody out there has a child and they're sick, let them babies cough. Let them get up their mucus. So I'm like, I would never tell any of my patients that. And so now I'm really getting mad. Because now I feel like you're putting my job in jeopardy because y'all all having a little powwow huddle about me. So she was like, but check this out. It wasn't even your patient. It was that nurses that was talking trash. They called back, and they called that patient back and asked them who was the nurse. And then she said the name. So I'm like, first of all, y'all can look that up on your own, but whatever. So y'all talking trash wrong. I pull this girl into the room. First of all, I text the manager, and I let her know, hey, I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to talk to her. I didn't let her know because she got me up.
Right. That's the part.
I let her know because me being professional matters, and I feel uncomfortable in my work environment, and I would absolutely hate to have to go to HR and talk to them about this harassment because I feel like I'm being picked on because I'm pregnant. And listen, can y'all tell that I'm gonna be pre-law? Yeah, because I was already thinking about how to sue people. But I put her into the little medicine room, and I see her getting like all these like hives on her. I see her getting all these hives on her, and I tell her, I don't feel like it's appropriate for you to sit here and talk to me or talk to anybody about me and my situation. If you wanted me to pee on a stick for you, I'd be more than happy to pee on a stick for you. But that is exactly why God is not going to give you the blessing that you want, because you're acting ugly. If I was anybody else, I would have lost this job because I've been through it just like you've been through it. And for you to make me feel bad while I'm going through it and I'm bleeding. And first of all, she sent somebody else home. She let somebody else go home. When I'm bleeding, I should have been the one to go home, right? Wow. Just the whole night she was picking on me. So basically, she knew, I don't know how she knew, that if she said one more motherfucking thing, I was going to beat her.
Yeah. Respectfully. Yeah. Of course. It's still right. Okay. Yes. Okay, it's so interesting because mine has to deal with pregnancy too.
What the heck?
Yeah. Right. Okay. So I was working in a nursing home, and
healthcare.
Right. Yep. I was working in a nursing home, and I just started at this nursing home or whatever, and I was working in the dietary department, whatever. And so it was only me and two other girls, and we would all serve the food, whatever. And the guests, the residents, they absolutely adored me. And they couldn't stand this other girl because she always was just so negative. She just had a horrible ass attitude, and I come in there, oh my God, Betty, I missed you, girl. Jerry, I see you, sit your whole ass down. No, I didn't say that, but Jerry was a hoe. And hey, old man Jerry be creeping in y'all's grandma's rooms. I'm telling you. But anyways, I ain't gonna do Jerry like that. I'm not gonna do Jerry like that. But anyways, so, hey, Jerry the homie though. But anyway, so I'm sitting there like, I love them, like I loved all my residents or whatever. I had a great relationship with all of them and stuff like that. And she just had such a negative, it would drain me every single day. And she didn't like that I was only there for a certain amount of time because I couldn't stay the whole day because I had to get my kids or whatever. So I couldn't stay the whole day or whatever. So I had a certain schedule, but that's how they hired me. That ain't got shit to do with you. Like, bro, nothing. Chill out. Did you request that schedule? Do you need that schedule? No? Okay, well, I do. Okay. So anyways, and at this time, my baby was, and this is Soraya. Soraya was less than a year because I was breastfeeding her. So I would have to stop twice during my shift to go and pump. And it takes like 15 minutes. I just have to go pump for 15 minutes, just put them somewhere, and then go back to work, right? And then I'd go home on my lunch break because my house was like really right across the street. So I would go home, feed her. That way I'd have the milk for later on for whenever, for emergency. But I could go home and feed her on my lunch break and then come right back and stuff, right? So it turns out I could not figure out what the heck was going on. Why did this girl hate me? And she was the one training me, so that made shit even more uncomfortable. And so I could not figure out why. And so I'm sitting there asking the other girl, and the other girl's just like, look, I don't want to get in between y'all or whatever, but she just hates you. She's like, she can't even tell me why she hates you. I'm like, that's weird. She's like, yeah, it is weird, but she can't even tell me why. So you just basically have to let that go. And I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna let it go because she's making it super hard for me to do my fucking job, and I love my job.
Right.
And so then, so one day I was just so tired of her shit. So I literally walked up to her and this girl's a lot bigger than me. I'm just gonna let y'all know this girl's a lot bigger than me. But yeah, so I walk up to her and I made sure that the residents were nowhere around. But I walked up, I said, yo, what's your problem with me? Because really though, if you feel like you hitting me is gonna solve the issue, we can go outside, you can get your little one punch in, and then we can be done. We can squash this. That's like, if that's what you want, that's what you feel like you got to do, because you really have no reason to be mad at me. Right. Like, this shit is annoying. And she did not expect that from me at all. She's just like this, and I'm just like, and she's just like, I don't have a problem with you. Yes, the fuck you do. Right. Yes, you do. Because you've been acting a plum fool, and everybody's sick of your shit. Everybody's sick of it. Like, right. I'm sitting over here like, who is this? So like, everybody's sick of your shit. I'm tired of it. I'm not dealing with it anymore. So I'm gonna let you know right now, we can either handle this right now if you trying to get physical, if that's what you really feel like you gotta do. Like, bro, like, what's the deal? Because this is over. This is over after today, right? So then I found out that she had just had a miscarriage. And so for me to be sitting there talking about my baby, it was just very triggering for her. But how I wasn't aware. I had no idea. And I mean, like, of course I felt bad once I found out, and so I would have been more sensitive to that, but I had no idea. But it's still the fact that you don't get to treat other people that way just because something happened to you. Just because something
that happened to you. I've had multiple miscarriages.
And you don't treat people like crap.
No. And when, people talked about pregnancies in front of me.
Like, yeah, it hurts.
I was happy. It hurts, but I was more happy for them because I know that for some people it's a struggle.
Right.
So it's like watching your homie get rich. You're not going to be like, okay, now I'm mad at you because you got money.
Right, no.
You're going to be like, you made it.
Right, you made it. That's why I tell her all the time. I'm like, you the more ambitious one out of all of us. So when you make it, you just going to pay for the flights. That's all. Like, and that's okay. And she's okay with that. Because, hey.
Tahiti.
But I'm cooking the whole time.
Yes.
I'm driving the whole time. Like, I'm going to do my part.
You know I don't like to drive.
I'm going to do my part. Like, she just going to pay for this shit.
I sure am.
And that's okay. Okay. So yes, so that one she ended up quitting. So and I ended up getting fired. So it was.
It be like that sometimes.
It really did. I hated coming to work. I hated coming to work because that shit pissed me off.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So I will definitely say, since we're on the topic of mental health, because this phone is about to die. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to charge it. But yeah, so like, I will say that since we're on the topic of mental health and losing our minds, please get counseling. Get a life coach, whether that's like a spiritual. I mean, I would prefer we all have a spiritual life coach, a regular like motivational life coach, as well as a counselor, because a counselor and a counselor and a life coach are two totally different things. I need y'all to understand this.
Yeah.
And so, since we're on topic of mental health, Black kings, please get mental health. Please.
I'm not gonna like that. Please
get mental health.
Get
a therapist. Right. Like, get the help that you need. Talk. Please. Find someone that you feel safe with and talk to them. From a loving place. Like, please know that, because it is hard to find people that you can trust. And for Black kings, that's even harder.
Yeah, and that is the fact that they've been taught that they can't
share their emotions. Exactly, and that's not true. You can share your emotions. You just have to find a safe place. And I know that that's hard, but please get you a counselor. Honestly, I would truly recommend to get a counselor, for real. I would definitely say that.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. So we pretty much covered everything that pretty much. I mean, But this phone's about to die, so I don't know. How long we been on here? 34 minutes? Okay, so yeah, we did good. I guess that's it. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Team Tequila. Join us next week, every Tuesday, around 5:30.
Videos are uploaded
Yes.
Wednesdays.
And videos are uploaded on YouTube. The link is in my bio.
Yes.
My bio on TikTok. So you can catch the live on TikTok, but go to YouTube and watch the videos. Go like, follow, subscribe, do all that. Go comment. Go comment. Tell me what your favorite thing was about this show. Tell us
Give
something.
us topics.
Right. Give us topics. Oh, I love
I
that.
can't know, but
Yeah,
you
she can't know, but I can know. So I don't know how. But write it in my inbox. There you go. Write it in my inbox or something like that.
It
I don't know.
goes down.
Hey, or you can comment on the post or whatever. But anyways, okay, so we love y'all.
Yep.
Peace out. We gotta go.
Bye.